Tonight, in our election coverage, our reporters cover a campaign speech and a candidate interview from Hamilton. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. This is Muslim News Canada on Muslim Network TV. I'm Elia Batul. The Canadian government is warning travelers to brace for more aggressive checks at the U.S. border. A new travel advisory says citizens may be asked to hand over passwords and submit their phones and other devices to searches. The warning reflects rising tensions and eroding trust between the two countries. Former Prime Minister Stephen Harper says Canada's current problems are not created by U.S. President Donald Trump. Harper made the comments last night speaking at a rally for Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre in Edmonton. He voiced strong support for Poilievre as Canada's next Prime Minister. He also downplayed the role of Liberal leadership contender Mark Carney during the 2008 global financial crisis, brushing off Carney's influence as overstated. A growing number of American doctors are eyeing a move to Canada, citing political instability and threats under Trump's leadership. Recruiters say 20 to 30 physicians are reaching out daily. With Canada's healthcare system grappling with staffing shortages, experts see this as a golden opportunity to fill in the gaps. The Wai-Wai-Kum First Nation is calling for the immediate removal of Conservative candidate Aaron Gunn. The North Island Powell River hopeful is under fire for comments downplaying the suffering of residential school survivors and denying the damage caused by colonial institutions. Indigenous leaders say the remarks show a lack of respect for ongoing struggles in their communities. Immigration has become a flashpoint this election season in Canada. Media outlets like CBC and the Toronto Star are highlighting the growing dissatisfaction among immigrants. One CBC contributor, Yasmin Awad, says it took her 7 years to bring her family to Canada. She is now worried that family reunification is being pushed back again. Another applicant, Lovedeep Sangha, told the Toronto Star his application submitted in March last year is now facing wait times of up to 21 months. It is nearly double the original timeline. In our election coverage today, our reporters Sherdil Khan and Ahmed Ramadan interview Liberal candidate Aslam Rana from Hamilton.
Walaikum Assalam. My name is Aslam Rana, and I migrated from Pakistan to Canada in 2003, and I was a civil engineer over there as well. I did my undergrad from Ryerson University in 1998. Was working there, but then in 2003 I moved in here. First in the beginning, like everybody, I was pumping gas at different gas stations. Then I got my own business, but back in 2013 I went to Ryerson University. Now it's called the Toronto Metropolitan University. So I did my master in civil engineering, specialty in transportation engineering, and after that I started working in a big municipality like City of Toronto as almost 7 years working there. But now I got my leave of absence and I switched my profession. So now I'm in politics, but with this Liberal Party back in 2010 I joined, in June 2010 I joined, and since that I was working at different levels with different MPs, MPPs, I was in there. And almost 6 to 7 MPs and a few of the ministers. I was always there with them, working, supporting. Like I'm die-hard Liberal, die-hard Canadian. And and especially this time when I applied, why I applied and why I sacrificed lots of the government job with all the benefits, even full family cover and everything, because this is a very difficult time for Canada. And what's going on, everybody knows that all the threats coming south of the border. So we can't afford being a Canadian. We are a sovereign country. We cannot, we don't want to listen that somebody say you are our 51st state, or someone is calling our Prime Minister as the Governor General. Not at all. Not acceptable, these words at all. So this is the time when Canada needs us. I am there. After my election, definitely, this my riding is such a beautiful city, but this beautiful riding is being ignored for a long time. When I see the infrastructure in here, all over the Ontario, the 2 out of the 3, the worst streets are in here. Why? Because of the infrastructure, lots of potholes and the other things. So I will try my best to collaborate with the federal government, with the municipality, so that I can bring more funding and support this municipality to resolve all their issues, especially in road infrastructure. And the second thing is the poverty in here. Affordable housing is a major issue, and I see lots of people on the streets and in camping. So we want to give them a better and a brighter future. We want to make them, the working machinery of our community, and not instead of just lying on the streets and idling and wasting their time, and lots of drug issues in here. So I will try my best to resolve all those issues. And the other thing is, I see here the Canada's largest steel manufacturing. That's in my riding. So due to the tariff, lots of people, they're losing their jobs, and lots of people, the small businesses, even though our Honorable Prime Minister Mark Carney, he announced $2 billion to support all those, the people who are going to lose their jobs, or they're going to lose their businesses. So I will try my best to bring all those, the funding especially for my riding. I think that there's no question. There's only and lonely Mark Carney. That's it. I'm knocking doors since the morning till evening till 8 p.m. I hear that's people heart's voice. Everybody's saying Mark Carney, Mark Carney. He's the only one. There's no comparison between conservatives or the NDP. There's no comparison at all. I don't think so. This is even a valid question that who gonna. Everybody knows this. It's a well known, and everybody knows about this. Mark Carney is the only one who can sit around the table and negotiate with Donald Trump. Yes, please. April 28th is the election day, and even before, already this is a returning officer is open. They can go anytime. They can vote, and they can vote Mark Carney, and they can vote for the Liberals, strengthen this beautiful country. And this is the time when Canada needs each of us. Canada needs the support. They should stand up and strengthen Canada. That's my message to all the people. Please vote only the winning party, which is the Liberals, which can handle this country properly. Do not waste your vote. Do not give your vote with the parties who are going to lose these elections. Please strengthen country. This is, the most crucial elections of Canadian history. We need it. So give him 2/3 majority and even more, and strengthen Mark Carney.
Here is what NDP candidate Matthew Green had to say in his campaign launch.
It's an honor to be here with neighbors, friends, and community leaders who have built so much, often with so little. In a time when so many are struggling, I want to begin by acknowledging your incredible strength. The fathers and mothers working long hours, the youth balancing schools and jobs, the elders supporting families across generations. You continue to give, to serve, and to keep this community together in the face of rising costs and mounting pressures. That resilience does not just deserve recognition, but respect and support. And for over a decade, I've had the privilege of walking alongside the Muslim community in this downtown mosque, whether it was helping with your settlement or your tax filings, supporting new families as they build their lives here, or standing with you in moments of fear and crisis. My office has always been your office. And when your Muslim women have been targeted, when your men profiled, when your children targeted at school, I didn't wait for the headlines. I showed up and I stood by you. I stood with you when the firebombing happened at the Ibrahim Jami Mosque just down the street, and I made it clear that hate has no place here in Hamilton Center, not then, not now, and not ever. That's why I am so honored to have received a unanimous endorsement from 5 leading Muslim advocacy organizations who came together in the spirit of unity, clarity, and collective responsibility. These groups reviewed the records. They measured the values, and they made a principled decision to support me because I've proven myself. Those organizations include the Arab Canadian Vote, the Canadian Muslim Healthcare Network, the Canadian Muslims for Public Affairs Council, also known as Muslim Vote, Hakima, and the National Muslim Action Fund. This endorsement wasn't handed out lightly. It was earned through consistent work, shared struggle, and a deep mutual commitment to justice, dignity, and equity. But not just in words, but in action. In Parliament, the action includes my support for Bill C-229, which was to ban symbols of hate. I backed a motion, M14, calling on a national action plan to combat hate crimes and systemic racism in response to the targeting and the Islamophobia that your communities have been facing. But this work doesn't stop with just fighting hate. I've also fought for a rights-based approach to housing, basic income, disability supports. I know that in this matches, you are building community and you are providing these supports too, and I believe it is my job to go to Ottawa to ensure that you have the supports to provide culturally relevant supports for your community. And to be clear, I have stood consistently and unapologetically for international justice, calling for an end to the genocide in Gaza, calling for an end on the Western attack on Lebanon and Syria, and we will continue to do that in the House of Commons. Because foreign policy should reflect the same principles we demand at home, which is respect for life, law, and human dignity. Looking ahead, I'm committed to continuing my support for the growth and expansion of this masjid as a house of worship, yes, but also as a vital community hub, a space for youth programs that you've started here, and employment support, mental health resources, a place where your families find safety. And I'm also pushing for access to good jobs. We know that your communities, the diversity within here, you face systemic barriers, and we want to tear down those barriers to make sure that you have access, that every Canadian has access to from coast to coast to coast. So that is what is before us, that there is going to be a decision. There will be people visiting our communities from afar. They will be asking for your support. And what I would ask for you is to ask them, where have they been? You know where I've been. I've stood beside this community. I will continue to stand by this community. And I want to make sure that no party, regardless if you're a liberal or conservative, that in Hamilton Centre we have a local voice. And I'm going to ask you that in the past, if you have voted liberal or conservative, that you don't have to be afraid, that you can provide your support to me, lend me your support, and for that, I thank you. Thank you so much.
That's all from our Toronto studios. Thank you for watching Muslim News Canada. We are a community channel dedicated to bringing you stories you can trust. Please like, share, and subscribe to our content. You can also comment to let us know what you think of our coverage. You can donate now by visiting muslimnetwork.tv/donate. For more content, keep watching Muslim Network TV.